This is a presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Liberty Lady Flames softball is on the air.
Dots, team of destiny, is going to the Supers. Liberty knocks off the #1 overall seed in this NCAA tournament, the first time that's ever happened.
After last year's historic run to the Super Regionals, the Lady Flames are ready to take the next step on the quest for postseason glory.
First pitch from Kat Carter is drilled to right field. The ballpark's not going to hold this. Grand slam! Swung on, missed. The Lady Flames win back-to-back CUSA championships.
Winners of back-to-back Conference USA titles, and after 5 straight trips to the postseason, the Lady Flames are ready to once again go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the nation.
Roberts, fly ball, left center field, well hit, error on the run, can't get it! That ball's down up against the wall. Liberty beats Virginia on a stunner from Brooke Roberts. Strikeout ends the ball game. Liberty comes to UNC, and the Lady Flames knock off the Tar Heels.
This is your home for Liberty Lady Flames softball. Hear the live play-by-play from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This is Liberty University softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. You're locked into the Lady Flames On Deck Circle, presented by Bojangles. Stay tuned for an in-depth look at today's game, including our pregame chat with head coach Dot Richardson. Liberty Lady Flames softball is brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carter Bank, life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. And by Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Now we take you live to the ballpark for exclusive pregame coverage of Liberty softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Hello, everyone, and welcome out to Camp Ice Field here at Liberty Softball Stadium, where the Lady Flames are going to be taking on North Carolina. Liberty at 16-17 on the year, 9-3.
This is a presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish.
North Carolina comes into the ball game at 24-9, 5-7 in the ACC. As far as the history of the series is concerned, it's the 19th meeting. The Flames won the ball game last season at North Carolina 3-1. The visiting team has won every one of these contests for the last 4 years. We're going to jump right into our conversation with head coach Dot Richardson as the teams are on the field for the national anthem and the opening prayer. So let's hear from Coach Richardson about today's ball game.
Well, Coach, the last time you and I talked, it was the Michigan game. Which we won't talk about the Michigan game. It didn't go the way you wanted, but it was pre-Conference USA. Since Conference USA has started, the bats have gotten hot. You found some pitching at times. You've also been in some slugfests. You've been in some high-scoring games as well. But I think the key in what I've just said is the bats have started to get going a little bit. The home run totals have gone up. Of course, the RBI totals have gone up as well. What has changed? And I know you played a really tough schedule pre-Conference USA. That had something to do with not being able to do what you wanted offensively. But what have you seen from your hitters of late?
Well, there are a lot of things that we had to deal with, which you have to do every year. So coaching is not about just the mechanics and the fundamentals and the strategy of the game. It's being able to analyze to say, why are we not reaching our full potential? What is it? Is it culture? Is it mindset? Is it the competition, whatever it might be? And so the nice thing has been this team is figuring it out. And when I say figuring it out is because you can see we're starting to rise at the time that is really needed, which is the second part of your championship segment of the season, and that's conference play, when it really starts. So that's the most important segment to us because we need to get seeded in the conference tournament, and then we need to win Conference USA championship tournament in order to get an automatic berth. And so the strongest competition we had for the first, I'd say, 3 weeks, hopefully will give us, it's gotten us to this point, and hopefully will help us for that third part of the season that hopefully we're blessed to be a part of, which is the NCAA postseason, right, with the conference tournament and beyond. So that's one of the things, and what's figured out is the team has realized they put so much pressure on themselves due to expectations of what last year was and what this year should be because of it. Then individual expectations. Well, I should be here by now. I should be performing this way. But the reality is, it shouldn't be I should be. It's like I get the chance to be. And it's about an opportunity. And it's a whole different mindset. You have to be able to want to play the game. You can't be focused on the outcome, because in reality, a lot of people will look at softball and baseball as so much failure, right? But remember, when you fail to get on at least first base 7 out of 10 times, you're not good. You're great. You're great. And why? Because when you're in the batter's box, you're doing the hardest thing to do in sport, which is to hit a moving object with a moving object. And in softball and baseball, the other team is cheating, in quotations, because there's 8 other people out there on the field against you. So the odds are not in your favor, okay? And so, but the odds of having the opportunity is in your favor to be able to come together as a team to challenge yourself with the difficulties of the sport is something to embrace. Pressure is really a privilege, but do you look at it that way? And our team is starting to look at it that way.
How about the pitching staff over the month of March? What have you liked? What are some things that you still need to work on?
Well, the nice thing with pitching, besides our hitting and our lineup starting to become a little bit more regular, pitching, we've had a couple step up. And I would love to see more. But we've got Camden Anders stepping up, and she will have the circle today's game against UNC. But also Danner. Both of them are lefties, and they really have stepped up. So we need to get another to step up who's a righty. And we're trying to find that. And it's really, the ball's in their glove, no pun intended, right? They need to seize the opportunities to do it. And if we have to ride the two of them, we've been riding one for a long time, you know, when it comes throughout the years, from Julia DiMartino and moving forward to E last year, there usually is at least one that steps up. And we're blessed this year we have 2, and I'm just praying we can get that third one.
This North Carolina team puts up a ton of runs. Now, on the other side, they give up a reasonable amount of runs, too. They're giving up about 4.5 runs a game, but they're scoring about 9 runs a game. What is it going to take to slow that offense down?
Well, Camden is going to have to hit spots. We'll see how they're doing against lefty. But the other is we got to play good D, and if they earn it, they earn it. They have a strong power hitter when you're looking at their number 4, and, you know, we just need to keep the ball in the park. But again, this game, if it's a slugfest, I think the fans are going to love it as long as we're slugging back.
Last thing for you, how's the health of the team at this point?
Pretty good. I mean, Yoder's been out for a little bit. She's had an upper respiratory tract infection, and we've got a little bit of swelling in arms here and there and shoulder, you know, discomfort. But the reality is, guess what? We've had some days off to recover. Everyone is moving in a healthy direction. We've got, you know, the beauty of Easter, you know, he has risen, right? And it's coming this weekend. And so what great way to appreciate the free gift that Jesus has given us by paying the price for all of us, his, you know, to cover all of our sins, to have a relationship with him, is the gifts he's given us as well and the opportunities. Let's honor him by being the best we can be, both on and off the field.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Wish you the best today.
Thanks so much. God bless everybody, and go Flames!
Be right back with the first pitch after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Well, we got the sponsors in, but let's just keep it right here as we're just about ready for some softball. The Lady Flames and North Carolina are going to do battle here in just a couple of moments. As a matter of fact, the Lady Flames have taken the field in their red uniforms with the white pants, the blue visors. North Carolina, the all Carolina blue from top to bottom. Some White Sox mixed in. For the Flames, they're going to put Camden Anders in the circle. Anders, the lefty, has been pitching well of late. She's got an 8-2 record. Overall on the year, 3.06 ERA, but has gone 6-1 with a 2.31 ERA in the month of March. And included in that was a no-hitter at Middle Tennessee. She's pitched 4 out of the Flames' 6 complete games this year. And is 5-0 in Conference USA. She's going to face the top of that North Carolina potent offense. We'll talk more numbers here in just a little bit. But this Tar Heels team, they score a ton of runs. They also give up a reasonable amount of runs. Both teams are giving up about 4.5 runs a game. Carolina averages over 9 runs scored per contest. Sunna Thompson is the leadoff hitter. She's in center field. The junior is hitting .496. Gets on base about 53% of the time. But also has 10 home runs and 26 RBIs on the year. She steps into the right-handed batter's box, and we're about ready for some softball. Good crowd on hand here at Camp Ice Field. The first pitch, hit her. So hit by pitch to begin the ball game. This North Carolina team is so good at getting on base themselves. You definitely don't want to give them any freebies. But that is what has happened here to begin. Now Lexi Roberts, number 2 hitter, squares the bunt, pulls back and takes a strike. Umpires for today's game, Stephen Rhodes behind the plate, Wayne Griffin at first, and Kevin Andrews down at third. Fouled back, the count evens, or I should say the count is now 0-2. The runner at first base, Thompson, who's stolen 4 bases on the year. The 0-2, high and outside. Rose out of the zone, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flames have Strickland, Watley, Fox, and Roberts around the infield from left to right, and then out in the outfield, Dorr, McManus, and Lee. Jesse behind the plate as this pitch is high, and Jesse had to get out of her crouch to keep that from going back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Roberts. The 2-2 just missed outside, and the count runs full. Anders winds and fires, and this is sent through for a base hit into right center, or I should say a left center field. McManus gets to it quickly, keeps the runner at second. The runner's at first and second with no outs to begin the ball game. Now Emily Luggett, who's hitting .516 on the year, takes the first pitch for a strike. She has 18 home runs and 60 RBIs, 33 games into the year. She is on pace to shatter some North Carolina records. The 0-1, Catches the outside for a strike. She had a career week back in March. Took home 4 different National Player of the Week honors. She awaits the 0-2, which is outside. Had 5 home runs, 15 RBIs, hit .615 during that week. She leads the ACC in home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage, total bases, sac flies, a lot of categories. The 1-2 misses high with the heat. The count now evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson is at second after being hit by a pitch. Roberts is at first. Now the 2-2 pitch to Luggett. Got a piece, fouled it back to the screen. Beautiful night for some softball. Warm day as this 2-2 pitch is taken outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still showing 80 degrees here in Lynchburg. The 3-2 pitch to Luggett. Off speed, got her looking. Strike 3. And that is a big out in this game. For Camden Anders. Now Shelby Barbie comes up to hit. She takes the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1 misses off the plate. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Luggett, with her 18 home runs, that was only her 8th strikeout of the entire season. The 1-1, missed low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And she gets pitched around a lot. She's drawn a team-high 25 walks on the year. So to be pitched around as much as she does and still have the offensive output is impressive. The 2-1 to Barbie is taken for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. So runner at first, runner at second. 1 out now in the top of the first inning in this high-powered North Carolina offense. Just trying to get the scoring underway. Flames trying to dig out of this. Here's the 3-1 from Anders. Hit hard to left field, and that's going to get out of here, and that's actually going to get over the netting behind the left field fence and sail down towards the perimeter road. North Carolina with the first runs of the ball game, a 3-run homer by Shelby Barbie. For Barbie, that is her 13th home run on the year. Add 3 more RBIs to her total, puts her up to 52. Now the 5-hole hitter, MC Eaton. Takes a strike. Eaton's name might be familiar, not only with her play at North Carolina, but she actually started off her career at Virginia. 0-1 to her is taken for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on, but 3 runs in for North Carolina here in the top of the first inning. High and tight. Ball 2, 2-1. Saunders digs back in, and the 2-1 is hit on one hop down to short. Watley with the play. She throws over to first in time for the second out. Saw Watley over the weekend have to come out of the second game of that series against Delaware with an injury, but then came back and played on Sunday. Shell Tarpey, the right fielder, now hits for North Carolina. Another righty takes a ball. Flames won 2 out of 3 games against Delaware over the weekend. That put them up to 9-3 in Conference USA. That's a tie for second place right now. Jack State at the top of the league. The 1-0 popped up out in left center field. McManus will call off door and make the catch. A little shy of the warning track for the final out of the inning. But not before 3 runs come across for North Carolina on the 3-run homer from Barbie. Flames will take their hacks and their half of the first inning after this timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook, 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
North Carolina leads Liberty 3-0 after the top half of the first inning. Now the Flames are going to try to chip back into this ball game. Their leadoff hitter is Ella Fox. Fox, the sophomore, transferred from North Carolina. She's probably feeling a little more nerves than maybe normal today, playing against her former team. She's only there for 1 season, but nevertheless. She leads the Lady Flames with 26 runs scored and 6 stolen bases on the year. Recently had a 9-game hitting streak. Her sister Caroline also transferred out of North Carolina and is now playing for Maryland, and the Flames played Maryland earlier in the year. First pitch to Fox is taken for a ball. Carly Maxton is in the circle, the right-handed pitcher for North Carolina. 6-3 record on the year, a couple of saves as this pitch is ball 2. 54 2/3 innings pitched. This is taken for a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm going to double check the stat broadcast because it shows her as not having, I didn't think that was right. It showed her as not having any strikeouts on the year. That is not the case, as Fox will bunt this back to the pitcher, and there is not going to be enough time to get the speedy Ella Fox at first base. So Liberty gets the leadoff hitter on. A bunt single brings Savannah Jesse, the Flames catcher. Junior hitting .347 on the year, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. That's tied for team high. with Bryn McManus. First pitch to Jesse is taken for a strike. Getting back to the number of strikeouts for Carly Maxton, it's 42 on the year, 21 walks. Opponents are hitting .267 against her. High, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Her ERA is 4.26. Just like to see it kicked in there just for a second. This pitch is grounded down to short. The throw over to second is in time. Back to first is not. Fox made it close at second base because that was a slow roller. She was just nipped, and then Jesse was able to reach on the fielder's choice. So Jesse now at first base. And Bryn McManus. They're actually going to have a conversation here, the umpires. As Megan Smith-Lyon, her 3rd season as the head coach of North Carolina, is maybe discussing interference, possibly on the slide. Didn't notice anything in live time that indicate that the runner got in the way of the throw, but the umpires okay, I could barely hear through effects feed. I'm not sure if you guys could hear it or not, but the home plate umpire said that the challenge is the runner popping up after the slide at second base, interfering with the throw to first. So Stephen Rhodes gives us that information, and 2 of the 3 umpires are going to go to the monitor down the third base line and take a look at it. As it stands right now, there's 1 out in the inning, and Jesse is at first base. If this call is overturned, then it would be a double play, and the Flames would have to empty the bases. This North Carolina team, they went 2-2 over the weekend in a home tournament, beat Marist twice, lost to number 22 Arizona State twice. Both kind of blowout wins and blowout losses. They lead the ACC in just about every offensive category. Batting average .382 as a team, slugging percentage .684, on base percentage .459, runs scored 296, now 299. And home runs coming in 74. Now they've got 75 and lead this game 3-0. As we're in a review, umpires looking to see if there was interference with Ella Fox sliding into second base on that double play attempt. Liberty Baseball is also in action this afternoon. We'll keep you updated as to how that's going. You can also flip back and forth if you choose. Nick Pierce on the call. See if we can get you a score from down at North Carolina State. Their game started at the same time as ours. While we're waiting for that to load up, it's actually did load up. There's no score. No score in Raleigh. Josh Swink on the mound for Liberty. Bottom of the second inning. Fairly lengthy review. The umpires have to make the walk down into the Flames bullpen area where the monitor is. Now it looks like we've got a decision. We'll do our best to see if we can listen in. So they are going to call interference, and so Jesse will have to walk back to the dugout, and there'll be 2 outs on the board with nobody on base. So a good challenge by North Carolina. So that will be considered a double play, 6-4-3. Bryn McManus, with the bases empty and 2 outs, takes the first pitch for a ball from Carly Maxton. Maxton wears number 98. The 1-0 is high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0. Misses inside. So McManus out ahead. 3 balls and no strikes. Taken all the way. It's a strike down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. And nobody on now. 2 outs in the bottom half of the first inning. North Carolina leading Liberty 3-0. McManus dribbles this down to third. It's going to trickle foul. She'll make her way back to the plate. And we'll have a 3-2 pitch upcoming. McManus deep in the batter's box on the right-handed side awaits the 3-2 pitch, which is taken for strike 3. After a leadoff bunt single by Ella Fox, a double play, and now a strikeout looking, ends this first inning for the Flames, and we go to the second. North Carolina leading this game 3-0 on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydentistryva.com.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Nothing. North Carolina on top of Liberty as we now go to the top half of the second inning. Camden Anders pitching for Liberty. She will be facing number 7, 8, and 9 hitters for North Carolina. Jennings, Blackwell, and Horton. Reagan Jennings, a junior, 340 hitter on the year, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. The lefty awaits the left-handed offering. Here's the pitch. Inside corner for a strike. Anders gets the pitch call, goes off speed, and froze her. 0-2. The 0-2 to Jennings. Tried to get her to chase outside and low. She does not. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. For two teams that have been hitting a lot of home runs, especially North Carolina, the wind is favorable. This is a little soft liner down to short. Whatley makes the play easily for the first out. Raina Blackwell, the junior, a righty, will step in, hitting .253 on the year. First pitch to her is fouled off of her foot. Blackwell, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. That wind we were talking about is blowing out pretty much just straight away center field. It's whipping a little bit. Every once in a while you look up and it's kind of blowing out to right. And other times it'll be blowing a little bit more towards left. But the thing it's doing is blowing out of the ballpark, as the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike to Blackwell. Blackwell, the catcher for North Carolina. Now the 2-1. Fouled off and out of play. Sydney Horton is in the on-deck circle. Now the 2-2 pitch. Grounded down to third. Nice play by Strickland to cut in front of Whatley, scoop it up and throw over for the second out of the inning. Sydney Horton, the freshman, shortstop, left-hander. She digs in, stands about halfway up the box. First pitch to her is taken for a ball. She was looking to run up to it. Kind of an odd approach in the box as this 1-0 is taken for a ball. She was running up after that one too, looking to slap it. Held back and took a ball. But usually when you've got a slap hitter, they're going to try to stay as far back in the box as possible. And she's moving actually even more forward in the box as the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Stays put. Takes pitch right down the heart of the plate for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now she'll move back a little bit in the box. Well, no. Still up forward, so you wouldn't expect her to slap. Here is the 2-1. Just misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Flames outfield playing in and left and center. Normal depth out and right. The 3-1. Misses outside, ball 4. So the 9-hole hitter takes her base. And we go back to the top of the order, where Thompson, who had been hit by a pitch in the first inning, will come to the plate. son of Thompson. But first we're going to have a conversation in the circle as the Flames infielders as well as the Battery meet up, have a quick chat. Now we're ready to go. 2 outs, runner at first. Top of the second inning, Liberty trailing North Carolina 3-0. Three runs came on a homer by Barbie back in the first. Here's the first pitch to Thompson. She takes it for a ball. Solid crowd on hand and a lot of North Carolina blue as well. Behind their dugout, the 1-0. Line drive, base hit past the diving Ella Fox at second base. It gets all the way to the track, and the runner is going to scoot all the way around from first to score. Horton walks across for the 4th run of the ball game. Give an RBI to Thompson. Flames are going to challenge, though, that the runner at first base left early. So Liberty using their first challenge of the ball game. We've already seen North Carolina win a challenge. It resulted in a double play back in the last inning when Liberty was at bat. So this could wipe a run off the board if it's deemed that she did leave too soon. Sydney Horton, the player in question. Lexi Roberts will hit for North Carolina. And the question will be, actually she might not be hitting for North Carolina. If this is considered leaving early, then that means that last double didn't happen. We've got a quick decision. So she did not leave early. But not a bad challenge if you thought it might be close in that spot, because not only would it have been an out, but it would have brought the double back as well. But as it sits, it's 4-0 North Carolina, and they've got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. All this has come with 2 outs. This pitch is bounced down to short. Watley up with it quickly, throws over to first in time. Strong arm by Savannah Watley to get the final out on a bang-bang play at first. So Roberts grounds out to short to end the inning. But North Carolina does add one more run. And they currently lead the ball game 4-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Love that rejoin music. That's pretty good. groovy. The Lady Flames, though, they need to find their groove right now. They're trailing 4-0. As the high-scoring North Carolina Tar Heels have put up 3 in the first and now 1 in the second. Here in this visit to Lynchburg. For the Flames, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming to the plate. Alexia Carrasquillo, Danny Lee, and Macy Strickland. Carrasquillo, the Flames' designated player, takes the first pitch for a ball. Alexia hitting .362 on the year. The 1-0 on outside for a ball. So she gets out ahead in the count, 2-0. Flames got the leadoff runner on back in their half of the first, but then a double play after review, 6-4-3, and a strikeout ended that threat with the minimum faced. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Carrasquillo. Carrasquillo also with 5 home runs, 17 RBIs on the season. The 2-1 from Maxton is taken for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 outside, ball 4. So Carrasquillo draws a walk. That's the first walk of the game for Maxton. And Danny Lee will hit for Liberty. She's now batting .500 for the season in 12 games played, 3 starts. Out in right field. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Lee hit 5 for 9 last week. The 1-0 is hit hard out into left field, back to the track, and it's going to get out of here. A line drive shot by Danny Lee. Never got over about 10 feet off the ground. Just cleared the fence, but the Flames cut the North Carolina lead in half. It's 4-2, and Lee continues the hot hand. Her second home run of the year. RBIs 5 and 6. We expected that this could be a slugfest for sure. Both these teams, North Carolina especially, have been hitting a ton of home runs. For North Carolina all season long. For the Flames, they've started cooking in the month of March. Macy Strickland will step in. First pitch to her is taken for a strike. Flames only have hit 7 home runs in the month of February, but have hit now 23 in the month of March. They had an 11-game home run streak that was snapped on Saturday. That was the 3rd longest in program history. This count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Strickland. This pitch is taken for an inside strike. 1-2. Now, by way of comparison, the Flames had that 11-game home run streak snap. The Tar Heels hit a home run in 29 consecutive games this year, the longest in the country so far. The 1-2 slapped hard but foul down the third base line. She got all of that, but just out in front of it. Strickland will have to dig back in. The redshirt freshman out of Dallas. He's batting .389 in conference play. Of course, it's a non-conference game. She takes this for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 fouled off into the netting. She got a hit in her first career at bat back on February 6th against Clemson. First Lady Flame to hit safely in her first career at bat since Ava Sino did that back in 2020. The 2-2 takes a look at ball 3, just off the plate outside, and now count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs, nobody on. 2 runs in for Liberty. They trail 4-2 in the bottom of the second. Now Maxton winds and fires inside, ball 4, second walk of the inning. Looks like there is some action going on down in the North Carolina bullpen. This brings Paige Dorr to the plate. Dorr, the lefty, squares the bunt, bunts it to the pitcher. The throw is going to be to first. It is in time. That was certainly a bunt for base hit. The Flames will take the sacrifice out of it. But Dorr, with her speed, was hoping to get an infield base hit, and then worst case scenario, you put the runner down in scoring position. That's exactly what happened. Brooke Roberts, the Flames' first baseman, will get her first plate appearance. She takes a strike. The 0-1 misses low. One out, now runner at second base. That's Strickland. The 1-1 to Roberts. Fought it off of her fists and fouls it down the first base line. Roberts on the year hitting .250. No home runs, 7 RBIs. The 1-2, checked her swing, they appealed, she did not go, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch to Brooke Roberts. Strike 3 call, caught her looking. And that is the second strikeout of the ball game for Maxton. It's going to take a 2-out hit for the Flames to get any more damage. Savannah Watley, Liberty's shortstop, batting from the left-handed side. Looks at the first pitch outside for a ball. Strickland still down at second. She reached on a walk. Flames have 2 runs in, but they trail 4-2 here in the second inning. The 1-0, ground ball to second base. Scooped up by Jennings, and she throws over to get the final out. But the Flames do cut the lead in half on the 2-run homer by Danny Lee. After 2 complete, North Carolina leads 4-2 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're locked into live play-by-play coverage of Lady Flame softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
Well, first here in Lynchburg, the Lady Flames trail North Carolina 4-2 in the top of the third inning. Liberty baseball was also underway. They had the exact same start time, and they are scoreless down at North Carolina State. It's the top of the fourth inning. Flames are at bat with nobody on and one out. Pitcher's duel going on as far as baseball is concerned, and we've got a slugging duel so far here on the softball diamond. 3-run homer for North Carolina, 2-run homer for Liberty. North Carolina added another run, and they lead 4-2. Try to keep you updated on some scores. Conference USA as well. One of 4 games going on this evening. Missouri State is hosting Missouri, and they trail 4-0. Alabama State leads Jack State 2-1. Both those games early on. Bottom of the second inning at Missouri State, bottom of the third at Jack State. Here shortly, Louisiana Tech will play Northwestern State. Now we're ready to go. Camden Anders still in the circle for Liberty. She faces quite possibly one of the toughest hitters in the country, and Emily Luggett. 5.16 hitter, 18 homers, 60 RBIs, but it's nice to have her up if you're a Flames fan with nobody on base. Anders falls behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0), off speed but high. 3 balls and no strikes. We mentioned that Luggett walks a ton. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes teams just pitch around her. It's not giving her anything on this at bat. Now she's taken all the way, and it's strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third, North Carolina leading Liberty 4-2. (3-1) is high and outside, ball 4. That is the 26th time this season that she has drawn a walk. Leadoff runner is on for North Carolina. It looks like the Flames are going to make a change. As Coach Dot Richardson is out of the dugout. It will be a pitching change. We'll tell you all about it after this quick timeout. Here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
New pitcher for Liberty is Danner Allen. Allen on the season, a 4-1 record, a 5.44 ERA, 36 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .252 against her. Walks, 38 strikeouts. Her first pitch is a called strike. She faces Shelby Barbie. Barbie had the 3-run homer her first time up. Takes the ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Danner Allen leads the team, 7.39 strikeouts per 7 innings, as this pitch is knifed out into center field, and it's going to get over the head of McManus. One hops the wall. Throw comes back into the infield. It's cut off. Standing at second with the double is Barbie. Luggett is at third, advancing around from first. She had to hold up for just a second to make sure that McManus wasn't going to get to that. Runners at first and second for North Carolina. MC Eaton, the hitter. She slaps this one foul and out of play. I say slap, not in the softball sense of a slap hitter. Kind of fought that off and fouled it. The 0-1 is fouled back again. 0-2 is Eaton, the designated player, gets behind in the count. Eaton grounded out to short back in the first inning. There's the 0-2. Again, popped foul and into the dugout, into the bullpen of North Carolina down the first base side. Count holds at 0-2. Runners at second and third, no out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get her to chase, she did not. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Luggett is at third, Barbie at second. MC Eaton, the hitter. She goes the opposite way, pops it out into right field. Making the catch is Lee. The runner tags. The throw is not in time. Sacrifice fly for MC Eaton. Eaton the RBI. A runner at third with 1 out. And Michelle Tarpey, the hitter. 0 for 1 on the day, takes the first pitch for a ball. She popped up back in the first inning. Allen winds and fires, just misses outside. Tell the Flames dugout wanted that. (2-0) to Tarpey. Outside corner for a strike. You can tell that North Carolina didn't think that was a strike. Home plate umpire Stephen Rhodes has gotten it from both fan bases in the last 2 pitches. 2-1, almost hit her. 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside again, and that's going to be ball 4. So Allen walks Tarpey. The runners on the corners with 1 out for Reagan Jennings. She takes first pitch for a ball. Jennings hit a little soft liner out to short back in the second inning. Comes around on this and fouls it hard towards her dugout. Bangs off the mudroom, and it's picked up out in right field by Danny Lee. Amazing the differences between softball and baseball. Certainly dimensions is one, but the abuse of the ball is another. This pitch is fouled back, and it's going to get into the stands. An attempt at a catch, but it was not made. In baseball, if the ball is thrown in the dirt, fastball in the dirt, that ball's kicked out of play. The 1-2 outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In softball, can slam off of a fence, smack into the facade of the building. They keep playing with it. 2-2, hard hit, base hit, left field. 1 more run in for North Carolina. It's their 6th run of the game on 5 hits. They lead 6-2. Have runners at first and second. Reagan Jennings with the RBI single. Flames are having a little discussion in the circle. Jesse and Allen. A couple of pitchers warming up in the bullpen for Liberty. That was the first earned run charged to Allen. Now we're going to have a visit. As the Flames associate head coach, Casey Fagan-Graham, Coach Doc Richardson head coach Richardson will also come out and talk to the infield. 6-2 North Carolina. We said this was probably going to be a high-scoring game, and it has lived up to that so far. North Carolina's averaging over 9 runs a ball game. They give up 4.5. Flames also give up 4.5 a game. Score in that same neighborhood. Meeting has broken, no change made. Down at second base, Michelle Tarpey is going back to get on her bag after talking with her coaching staff. Brought all the runners in. She ran into Ella Fox, I think intentionally, unintentionally, just to goof around as this pitch is hit hard to short. Watley's not able to play it cleanly. Everybody's going to be safe. The base is loaded with one out. That's going to be an error on Watley. But that was a fun moment. Ella Fox and one of her former teammates. You see that with, seems like in Major League Baseball, you see Freddie Freeman with those types of moments a lot. First pitch to Blackwell is taken for a strike. He had one of those just the other day on a ground out where he had an embrace. I forget who the second baseman was now, but swing and a miss by Blackwell, and she's behind in the count 0-2. The bases are loaded, one out, already 2 runs in. North Carolina leading Liberty 6-2 in the third. Here at Camp Fice Field. The 0-2 on outside from Danner Allen. Raina Blackwell, 0 for 1 on the day. The catcher takes this pitch for a ball, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Actually, I apologize. Sydney Horton. Blackwell reached on the air. She's at first base. Sydney Horton, the hitter. She grounds it back to the pitcher. Allen is able to knock it down, throws home to get the force at the plate. On a hard hit ball back up the gut, Allen was able to get leather to it and get the second out. Horton down at first on the fielder's choice. Tarpey thrown out at the plate. On the force. Now Thompson back to the top of the lineup, takes a pitch for a strike. Son of Thompson was hit by a pitch and scored in the first, had an RBI back in the second. Grounds this to Lee at second base. Gonna have to work quickly, but does. Throws over to Roberts for the third out of the inning. So a solid defensive end to the inning, but not before North Carolina adds on a couple more runs. And they lead 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the third here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring about folks like John.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Welcome back into Camp Fice Field here at Liberty Softball Stadium. Lady Flames are trailing North Carolina 6-2. Jamie Hall, that's me, here with you for the game. Nick Pierce is down in Raleigh. The Liberty baseball team is doing battle with the Wolfpack. Most recent update we have from that game is no score. Bottom of the 5th. Pitcher's duel. Brandon Dahlman now pitching for Liberty in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody on, nobody out. As you can kind of hear on the crowd mic a little bit, Coach Dot Richardson talking to TV as we get ready for this bottom of the 3rd. A rambunctious crowd. A lot of red down the 3rd base line, a lot of Carolina blue down the 1st base line is Ella Fox, former UNC Tar Heel, now a Lady Flame, takes the first pitch for a ball. She's 1 for 1 on the day, bunted for a single back in the 1st inning. Goes the opposite way and bloops this one into left field for a base hit. So Fox is now 2 for 2. Doing exactly what you want your leadoff hitter to do, getting on base every time. Savannah Jesse will now hit. Jesse, the right-handed hitter, catches for the Flames and is 0 for 1 on the day, grounded into a double play. Takes this first pitch for a ball. It was after review. Initially, she had beaten the play out at first base, but North Carolina challenged, and it was determined that Fox popped up on her slide and impeded the throw, and it was ruled a double play. 1-0, just missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Carly Maxton still in the circle for North Carolina. She's given up 3 hits, a couple of runs, both earned. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks in the game so far. 2-0 to Jesse. Off speed, and it caught the outside half. Jesse now digs back in and awaits the 2-1. Foul back to the screen. Fox has 6 stolen bases down at first. Hasn't been caught yet this season. The 2-2 fouled off again. As Jesse spoils that pitch from Maxton. Now the 2-2, fouled off again. Nice little battle going between Jesse and Maxton. Liberty trailing 6-2 in the ball game. Here in the bottom half of the 3rd, Flames do have a runner at first with no outs. Kind of surmised that it might take about 7 or 8 runs to win this game, and it's going to take at least that for the Flames now. This is hit hard, but foul down the 3rd baseline. Roped. So Jesse continues to battle in this at bat. She's spoiled 4 pitches now with the 2-2 count. Maxton winds and fires. Hit on 1 hop to second base, scooped up, and no chance for Jesse at first. They do get the lead runner and Ella Fox. Jennings to Horton. It's almost identical to what we saw back in the 1st inning. But in this spot, Jennings couldn't quite field it cleanly on the 1st hop. Had to regather it, and by then, no chance of getting Jesse for the double play. Brendan McManus, the hitter, she's 0 for 1. struck out looking back in the first. Takes a strike, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. McManus had a grand slam on Sunday that put the Flames ahead. She takes this pitch, and the count now evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Or, I'm sorry, actually she gets out ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Flames won that game against Delaware 9-6 as this pitch is a strike, and the count now evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. She needs 3 more RBIs to become the 15th player in program history to record 100 or more for her career as a Lady Flame. 2-2, hit out into right field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Michelle Tarpey thought about making a run at that and diving, but wisely held up and took it on a bounce. She would have misplayed it. Been a chance for the Flames to run for a while. Instead, it'll be runners at first and second with 1 out, and Alexia Carrasquillo heading to the plate. Carrasquillo takes the first pitch for a strike. She walked and scored back in the second inning on the Danny Lee homer. Lee is in the on-deck circle. The 0-1, a big swing but came up empty. Falls behind 0-2. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Carly Maxton, the right-handed pitcher for North Carolina. No starter on this North Carolina team has an ERA under 4. Only one pitcher at all with an ERA under 4. It's the 0-2 to Carrasquillo is taken high for a ball. Their team ERA is 4.5. Flames are almost identical to that. They'll go up a little bit after today. We'll see if the Flames can cause North Carolina's to go up eventually. Here's the 1-2, fouled off again. A couple of nice at-bats in this inning, one from Savannah Jesse, and now Alexia Carrasquillo. Jesse eventually reached on a fielder's choice. She's at second. Bryn McManus is at first. The 1-2 inside. Almost hit her. She held up. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Liberty trailing 6-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Carrasquillo digs back in. The 2-2 pitch from Maxton. Called strike 3. Got her on the outside corner looking. And that is the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Maxton. All 3 have been off speed looking. So if the Flames are going to get something going now, it's going to take a 2-out hit. Danny Lee, who had the 2-run homer on her first at bat, a line drive shot to left field. Try to continue her hot hitting. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Mentioned that last week Lee went 5 for 9. The 1-0 is a ground ball down to second base. Scooping it up is Jennings, and she throws over to get the final out. So the Flames, after getting a couple of runners on with 1 out, not able to capitalize, and the score will stick at 6-2 Heading now to the fourth inning here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
You're listening to Liberty Softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Time now to check the Carter Bank box score.
Well, just as we expected, there are a lot of runs on that box score. North Carolina's put 6 runs up. Flames 2. UNC 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Flames 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Tanner Allen pitching for Liberty now. She came in relief the last half inning, or I should say an inning ago. Anders had gotten the start. For North Carolina, Lexi Roberts will lead off the 4th inning. Tar Heels up by 4. First pitch to her is hit back to the pitcher. Nice quick play by Allen over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out in the 4th. Emily Luggett. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Takes the second pitch for a strike, off speed. She walked and scored back in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st inning. Rises high and count now 1-2. The 1-2 almost hit her on the inside. The lefty steps out. Now climbs back in. Stands in the back of the batter's box. Awaits the 2-2 pitch. Pops it foul out of play. Down the 3rd base line. Luggett, the junior, 5'10", out of Fort Lauderdale, ropes this into right field for a base hit on a couple of skips. One out single for North Carolina. Shelby Barbie will now play. She had the 3-run homer back in the 1st. Takes the first pitch for a ball here. That was against Anders in the 1st inning. Pops up out into right field. Lee camps under it, makes the catch. Runner's going to have to stay put. There'll be 2 outs for North Carolina in the 4th. Flames trying to get through an inning with a clean sheet after giving up 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. First pitch to MC Eaton, who's 0 for 1 on the day. He's taken for a ball. Eaton grounded out to short in the first, had an RBI sac fly in the third. Takes this pitch for a ball and gets out ahead in the count, 2-0. Pops it up and out of play. Luggett at first. Eaton the hitter. 2 outs in the 4th. Here's a 2-1, fouled off again. Flames trailing by 4. Skips up there and gets all the way back to the screen. That'll allow Luggett to advance down to second. The count runs to 3-2 on MC Eaton. Now a 2-out base hit will score a run. Payoff. Popped up, and it's going to scoot out of play. Well, no, actually it hangs up. The wind kind of pushes it back, but Lee cannot camp under it and make the catch. A swirling wind kind of brought that back. What looked like was going to be the UNC bullpen. Ended up landing about 2 feet in play. Well, a little more than that, actually. That was where Lee was standing, and it went kind of back over her head. So that ended up coming back probably about 8 feet in as this pitch is popped into center field. But actually coming out from her second base position is Ella Fox to make the catch. That hung up a bit. So after getting a runner in scoring position, the Flames are able to get out of it. That pop up to second base. No runs across for North Carolina in the 4th inning. The first blank inning for them in this ball game. They lead 6-2 as we take a timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
North Carolina on top of Liberty. So we now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. For the Flames, Macy Strickland will lead things off. Strickland, the left-handed hitter. I'll await the pitch from Carly Maxton. And it is in the dirt. For ball one. The 1-0 was a ground ball down to shortstop. Easy play for Horton. She throws over to first. Strickland made it close. That is the first out of the inning. Strickland 0 for 1 now on the day. After drawing a walk back in the second inning. Paige Dorr, the lefty. She sacrificed her last time up. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Dorr, the transfer from Oregon State in her junior season. Coburg, Oregon native. The 1-0. This is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Coming into today, in her previous 10 games, had a couple of home runs, 10 RBIs, hit .346. Takes a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. She had a 13-game hitting streak last season. From about this time until the middle of April. 2-1. Hit hard but high and out in right field, and struggling to get to it is Tarpey, but she makes the catch. The wind is kind of whipping around right now, still blowing out, but we're seeing it cause some outfielders to stagger around a little bit. Now Brooke Roberts will hit for Liberty. Roberts struck out looking her first time up. Takes the first pitch here for a strike. Roberts has moved around a little bit this season as she'll foul the first pitch back, or the 0-1 pitch back, and it's now 0-2. Began the year in right field before moving back to first base. And since moving to first base, she has a perfect fielding percentage. The 0-2, line drive, but right to the shortstop, Sydney Horton, who dives to her left to make the final out of this 4th inning. Hit hard by Roberts, but right to short, and the Flames go down 1-2-3 in this 4th inning. Grounds crew comes out to smooth out the outfield, and we'll take a break before North Carolina comes to the plate. After this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
For 29 years, Lynchburg Nissan has proudly served the Lynchburg area and beyond. We're locally owned and operated because this community isn't just where we do business, it's home. At Lynchburg Nissan, we're committed to delivering extraordinary service in a professional, friendly way, making the car buying process simple and straightforward from start to finish. And don't forget, we're home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty. So when you're looking for your next vehicle, please remember, nobody beats our prices. Nobody.
(6-2) North Carolina leads Liberty as we start the 5th inning here from Camp Ice Field in Lynchburg. Tanner Allen still in the circle for Liberty. She's going to face Michelle Tarpey, right fielder for North Carolina. After today's game, the Flames are going to head out in the morning to Springfield, Missouri. They'll play a 3-game Conference USA set with Missouri State Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, for hosting Duke on the 8th of April. And then Western Kentucky for a series here in Lynchburg next weekend. This weekend at Missouri State, next weekend hosting Western Kentucky. Tarpey takes the first pitch for a ball. North Carolina will travel to North Carolina State this weekend as the count now goes 2-0. Liberty Baseball is playing North Carolina State today. We'll give you an update on that score coming up in just a little bit. 2-0, misses outside, so Allen falls behind in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. To Tarpey, missed outside, ball 4. Tarpey gets on for the second time in the game, both on walks. We're going to have a pinch runner for Tarpey at first. Sahara Wilson. 5'7" freshman from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Runs at first. First pitch to Jennings is taken for a strike. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. As I look up to the sky and I see an airplane coming through. You can't just say it's Americans 7:35 running a couple minutes late anymore, because now there's United flying in as well. And actually now as it gets closer, this is Orville or Wilbur. This is definitely not a commercial airline. Small little prop plane. Just saw a light in the distance creeping its way towards the ballpark, and the closer we got, the more it was definitely not coming from Charlotte, D.C., or Chicago. Allen falls behind 3 balls and 1 strike. To Jennings is a called strike. 3-2. Runner at first, no outs. Top of the 5th. UNC leading 6-2. Jennings fights this one off, floats it out into shallow left field, where Watley's able to get back and make the play before she crashed into Paige Dorr. And Watley comes up a little bit hobbled after this as well. Hopefully she's going to be okay. She's walking with a little bit of a limp. She has really had to go through some stuff the last couple of years, injury-wise, but a great play to get to that. Dorr was also coming in on a dead sprint to try to make the catch herself. I don't know that Page would have been able to get to this ball on the light looper. Watley trying to walk it off. Taylor Shimp, the athletic trainer in her first season with the Lady Flames softball team, having a conversation with Watley. Savannah had a kind of a freak accident last year in warm-ups. Caused a concussion and also some damage to her face, teeth, and had to have her lip kind of sewed up, and she missed some time because of that. And then at the end of the year, last season, had to have Tommy John surgery. So she has battled a lot as this first pitch to Blackwell is fouled out of play. She's okay. She's staying out there. Runner at first is Wilson, who is pinch running. Gets back to the screen, and Wilson will advance to second. Almost hit Blackwell. If she would have sold it that it did, she probably could have got first base because it came very close to grazing her jersey as it sailed back to the screen. This pitch is off the plate for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now a runner in scoring position. Scorched out to right field, and it's going to get over the head of Lee. 1 run will score. And sliding into second with a double is Blackwell. So Wilson trots around and makes it 7-2 North Carolina. Blackwell with the RBI double. Sydney Horton, shortstop, 0 for 1 on the day. Waits the first pitch from Danner Allen. 62 miles an hour, but just missed the outside corner. The 1-0. Missed again. 2 balls and no strikes. Flames are going to have a chat amongst the infielders. Horton walked and scored back in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. The 5'7" freshman is out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. 6 freshmen on this North Carolina team, 5 seniors, and 10 total transfers. Flames have 11 freshmen, 5 seniors, and 8 transfers on the squad. After the conversation, we're ready to play again. 2-0. Catches the corner for a strike. Either the radar gun on the scoreboard is really quick, as the 2-1 is on the way and is fouled back, 2 balls and 2 strikes, or I'm slow. Well, I guess it'd be this. It could be both. Either it's missing pitches. Let's say it like this. It's either missing some pitches and not giving us the miles per hour, or it is very quick, and by the time I look up, the number's already gone. Fought off again and fouled out of play. That was 62 miles an hour. And I did see that, and it seemed like it was up there for a couple of seconds, so maybe that means it's missing every once in a while, which is certainly possible. The 2-2 popped up and will stay in play for Watley, who makes the catch in foul territory behind third base. Really doesn't seem to matter which way the ball is hit. The wind is tending to push it back on the field. We've seen a couple of balls hit down the first base line have that same kind of characteristic. You think it's going to get out of play, and it kind of floats back. So 2 outs with a runner at second base. 1 run in for North Carolina as the first pitch to Thompson is taken for a ball. Runner at second is Blackwell. Back to the top of the lineup. Another ball. Thompson was hit by a pitch and scored on the home run by Barbie back in the first. Had an RBI base hit in the second and scorches this to right field. It's going to get out of here. Almost to the grass above the right field fence, and North Carolina now leads this game 9-2. They are almost at their season average of runs scored per game. So a couple more runs in, 2 RBIs for Thompson. Looks like the Flames are going to make a change. So we'll take a break and we'll tell you who the new pitcher for Liberty is after this quick timeout. You're listening to the Liberty Flame Sports Network from Van Wagner.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
For 29 years, Lynchburg Nissan has proudly served the Lynchburg area and beyond. We're locally owned and operated because this community isn't just where we do business, it's home. At Lynchburg Nissan, we're committed to delivering extraordinary service in a professional, friendly way, making the car buying process simple and straightforward from start to finish. And don't forget, we're home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty. So when you're looking for your next vehicle, please remember, nobody beats our prices. Nobody.
Gabby Mike is the new pitcher for Liberty. Third pitcher on the day for the Flames. Mike wears number 5, 5'7" sophomore out of Almonte Springs, Florida. Transfer from Duke. Get you her numbers here in just a second. The first pitch from Mike is taken for a ball. Lexi Roberts, the hitter for North Carolina. The 1-0. Ground ball to second, scooped up by Fox, and Fox is able to throw over for the final out of the inning. So quick work by Gabby Mike. Did promise you her numbers. We'll give you those before we take a break. Mike on the season, 2-7 record, 4.16 ERA. This is her 20th appearance. 64 innings pitched coming in. Giving up 38 walks, 32 strikeouts, opponents hitting .263 against her. 9-2 North Carolina leading the Flames. Liberty's got some work to do as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
High fly ball, deep center field. Snyder going back. It's out of here.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty softball head coach and proud Flames Club member, Dot Richardson. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in supporting Liberty Athletics' mission to train champions for Christ on and off the field. Your support directly impacts our student athletes and is a valuable part of our team. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
North Carolina leads Liberty as the Flames will come to bat in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Gabby Mike came in relief for Liberty. Got the final out with the top half of the 5th. Savannah Watley will lead things off for the Flames here in the bottom of the 5th. She's 0 for 1 today. Carly Maxton in the circle. This pitch is fouled into the Flames dugout. Watley, Liberty's shortstop. A little banged up in that last half inning on a play in shallow left field. She went back to make the catch and then collided with Paige Dorr, but everybody seemed to come out of it okay. Count now evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Watley hitting .222 on the year. Pops this into center field. Going back to make the catch is Thompson. Just shy of the warning track for the first out. Flames go back to the top of the lineup. Ella Fox, the hitter. She's reached base twice in the game. Bunt single back in the first. Looping single in the third, and takes this first pitch for a strike. The 0-1. Missed outside, 1-1. Maxton has pitched well. 4 1/3 so far. Only run she gave up was on that home run from Danny Lee. Otherwise, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. The 1-1 is right back up the middle for a base hit. Fox skittered that under the glove of Maxton. So Ella Fox, against her former team, is now 3 for 3. If there were any nerves coming in playing her former friends, they're gone now. She has played an excellent game on both sides, offensively and defensively. Savannah Jesse now 0 for 2 on the day, takes the first pitch for a ball. First career 3-hit game for Fox as Jesse fights this off and fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 to Jesse. Takes the ball. Borderline, but good eye. 2 balls and 1 strike with Fox at first. The Flames trailing 9-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Again, a lively crowd on hand here at Liberty Softball Stadium. A lot of red down the third base line and a lot of blue and, well, actually some red mixed in as well down the first base line. This pitch is in the dirt. It's ball 4. Pops away, but not very far. Raina Blackwell, the catcher, is able to keep Fox at second. Savannah Jesse will take her base at first. 3rd walk of the game for Maxton. Get a conversation in the circle amongst the infielders. No coaches yet. We'll see if that changes. Liberty going to make a change, I think, a pinch runner coming in. Felicity Fonseca will run at first for Savannah Jesse. Bren McManus, the hitter, she's 1 for 2 on the ball game. Singled in the 3rd, struck out back in the 1st. Takes a strike. Fouls this pitch back and is behind in the count 0-2. Ella Fox is at second. Fonseca at first. They call her Fonzie. Distinctive curly hair coming out of the back of the helmet. Oh, and 2 inside, and that hit McManus. Hit her on the arm. She shrugs it off and now trots down to first, and the bases are loaded for Liberty with 1 out. For another player with some distinctive curly hair that comes out of the back of the helmet. Alexia Carrasquillo. A big spot for her. Games with the bases loaded and 1 out, trailing by 7. 1 swing away from getting right back in this ball game. Here's the pitch from Maxton. Check swing. Did she go? She did go. There is no first base umpire at the moment. The umpires are stationed at 2nd and 3rd, so they had to appeal to the 3rd base umpire, and he said she went around. The 0-1. Low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases loaded, full of Flames. The 1-1 to Carrasquillo. Takes a ball outside. Gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Carrasquillo 0 for 1 on the day. Walked and struck out. She did come around to score back in the 2nd. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to 3rd, steps on the bag for 1, and Barbie over to Luggett at first for the double play. So the Flames not able to get anything across with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. We go to the 6th, North Carolina holding on to a 9-2 lead here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're locked into live play-by-play coverage of Lady Flame softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
Here in Lynchburg, the Lady Flames are trailing North Carolina 9-2. Liberty baseball, they're playing down in Raleigh against North Carolina State. At last check, that was a low-scoring affair. Now both teams have been able to get the bats going, but at the exact same rate. It was 0-0 when we checked on the score in the top of the 5th. Now in the top of the 7th, it's 3-3. NC State got 2 in the 5th. Flames got 3 in the 6th. And the Wolfpack was able to even things back out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Liberty now hitting in the top of the 7th, nobody on and nobody out. So we'll keep you updated on the baseball side of things as we move along. Here with the softball team, they got some work to do. Trailing North Carolina by 7, and this is a North Carolina team that's receiving votes in the top 25. Squad that went 40-17 a season ago, made the Knoxville Regional, but then lost 2 games there. Quite a bit of softball history. Tar Heels have made 15 NCAA tournaments. One ACC tournament championship, 4 ACC regular season titles in their history. They are a high-powered offense this year. The young lady that leads them is Emily Luggett, and she's at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Gabby Mike still in the circle for Liberty. As this pitch is swung on and missed off speed. Got her way out in front. 1 ball and 1 strike. We talked a lot about Luggett. 5'10" junior, swings and misses and falls behind 1 and 2. She's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but started her career at Virginia Tech. Was the National Player of the Week back at the beginning of March. Flames are going to call time here. The 1-2 count, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 6th, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Gabby Mike had her fooled. The second strikeout of the day for Emily Luggett, who is not a player, even though she's got so much power, came in hitting tops in just about every statistical category in the ACC, including 18 home runs. She hadn't struck out a lot, only 7 times coming into the ball game. Now she struck out twice against the Flames pitching staff. Shelby Barbie, who had a 3-run homer in the first inning. She gets behind in the count 0-1. Now it's even, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Night has fallen here in Lynchburg. Wind is still blowing out. Here's the pitch from Mike. Off speed, got her ahead. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mike has done a good job of getting these North Carolina hitters on the wrong foot. 2-2. It's outside for a ball. Count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. In the top of the 6th, the Tar Heels leading this game 9-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, off speed again. Back-to-back strikeouts in basically the same fashion. MC Eaton now up. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Eaton, just like Shelby Barbie, both Virginia transfers. A big swing and a miss by Eaton. One ball and one strike. Nobody on, 2 outs for North Carolina in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Pops foul and out of play. Mike takes a look at her wrist, gets the pitch call, and it's fouled off, and that got a little bit of Savannah Jessie behind the plate. Home plate umpire Stephen Rhodes is going to clean off a pretty clean plate already, but just to give Jessie a few extra moments to recover. She looks to be all right. Count still 1-2. Base is empty, 2 outs. For MC Eaton, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, off speed. 3 up, 3 down, all with swinging strikeouts on off-speed pitches from Gabby Mike. What an inning for her. Say, that is something that she can build some momentum off of here in her sophomore season, first with Liberty after transferring from Duke. Playing a team like North Carolina and the potency of their bats. That was a dominating performance by Gabby Mike. But the Flames still trail by 7. They're going to have to get the bats going in the bottom of the 6th inning. Time's winding down in this ball game. We'll continue with the Flames half of this inning after this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the 4th quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook, 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
North Carolina with the lead. Flames Danny Lee will come to the plate. She has the 2 runs for the Flames in this ball game on a home run, and now pops this one into right field, and it just falls in fair territory for a little seeing eye single. Found the one spot where nobody could get to it. Danny Lee gets the inning started off with a single. Now Macy Strickland, who's 0 for 1, takes the ball. Lee now 2 for 3 on the day with that homer, and a single on a ground out. Strickland walked and was stranded back in the second, grounded out in the fourth. The 1-0 is high and outside for a ball. Now the 2-0 to Strickland. Popped up to center field, shallow center field. Coming in is Thompson. She makes the catch just in front of the Liberty logo on the turf for the first out. Artificial surface in the outfield, dirt infield. 200 down the lines, 220 to center field. Here at Liberty Softball Stadium. Paige Dorr, the hitter for Liberty. She's 0 for 1. First pitch to her is taken for, actually just inside. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Called a ball. Danny Lee's at first. 1 out. Dorr takes the ball, gets out ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Then she takes a scamper over towards first base dugout after each pitch. Got a hot pink bat, this Paige Dorr. Takes ball 3. Charges back over towards first base dugout and now digs back in. Pitch clock installed here at Camp Ice Field this season. The 3-0 to Dorr takes a strike. Taken all the way. 3 balls and 1 strike. For the batter, the clock is out below the scoreboard in left center field. For the pitcher, it's actually up on the facade of the building. The 3-1. Big swing, but came up empty, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of places you'll see the pitch clock at the backstop, low to the ground. So that's why if you've been watching any of the games on television, you don't actually see the pitch clock on TV. That's one of the negatives of not having it on the backstop. This pitch is sliced out into left field, but a diving catch made by the left fielder Roberts. And scampering back to first base is Lee. Paige Dorr just missed extra bases. And I think North Carolina is going to appeal to second base that the runner Lee came around the bag but then didn't touch the bag on her way back to first. And I'll be honest, I did not see that, so I can't tell you one way or the other. But the umpires are going to talk it over. And the Flames are actually the ones that are going to challenge this play. So I think that there was an appeal down at second. I didn't see any indication by the umpires that safer out on the appeal on whether Danny Lee got the bag on her way back, because she had rounded second. So it seems as if, at least initially, she's going to be safe at first, and that appeal was not successful. And I think now we're going to see Coach Megan Smith-Lyon talking to the second base umpire, who's the one umpire who has not gone back for the review. Because I don't think they ever got a decision as to whether or not the umpire felt Lee touched the bag on her way back across second. But now a lot's going to come down to this replay. If it seemed as if that ball was trapped or came out after the initial catch in left field, then it would not matter whether or not Danny Lee came back across the bag. The question would be, where would the umpires put the runners? We're going to find out what the call is. So the ball did hit the ground. Wow. Paige Dorr, I think, is only going to have a single because they can't determine where the runners would have ended up. But after review, they're going to say that the ball hit the ground. It was an awkward catch, diving sort of towards the outfield fence. It was a great play by Roberts, if for no other reason, to keep the ball from going all the way to the wall. But apparently it did hit the ground, so that makes it irrelevant whether or not Danny Lee touched second base on her way back to first, because the ball should have been in play. Now the umpires are going to come together and talk again, because I think North Carolina coaching staff is, I don't know if that's still what the appeal is or if there's something else. Maybe they're going to talk about a runner leaving early. That's a possibility. But it was a quick conversation between the umpires, and I think that's what the initial protest was for North Carolina, was that Lee didn't catch the bag on her way back to first. But once it was reviewed and determined that the ball was a base hit out in left field, then it wouldn't matter if she touched the bag or not, because that play never happened. Now, if the play would have been called correctly to start with, the Flames would have probably had runners at first and third. But that was a tough call. Matter of fact, I'm shocked that they were able to get a camera angle to overturn it, because, again, Roberts was falling towards the outfield fence when she made the catch. The fact that it hit the ground, great camera work that there was able to be an angle to figure that out. Brooke Roberts now hitting for Liberty, so that resets everything. Instead of a fly out, a line out, I should say, more so for Paige Dorr. She's at first with a single. Runners at first and second. Roberts takes the ball, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Danny Lee at second. Dorr at first. Flames trailing 9-2. Here's the pitch. Low. 3 balls. 3 balls and no strikes to Brooke Roberts. She takes all the way. Three and 1. So got word from Joe Carmody that 1-2-3 strikeout inning for the Flames was the first of the season. Gabby Mike. Roberts takes another pitch. I'm sorry. Savannah Nash has come in to pinch hit for Brooke Roberts. My apologies. Count is full to her. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Slaps it out into right field, where a diving catch is made by Tarpley. Tarpley saved at least 1 run. A loud out for Savannah Nash. Flames are now going to have to get something going with 2 outs. Savannah Watley will step up to the plate. First pitch to her is taken for a ball inside. So apologies to Savannah Nash. She was the pinch hitter. St. Francis transfer. And now Savannah Watley. We go from one Savannah to the other. Here's pitch taken for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike, and I say from one to the other. There's actually another Savannah Jessie. 2 of the 3 have 2 ends, and 1 of the 3 has 1 end. That's the one that's batting right now, Savannah Watley. The 1-1 Hit hard, but foul down into the Flames bullpen. Out of play. So now we have some clarification as this 1-2 pitch from Watley is high. What North Carolina was attempting to appeal or challenge a moment ago on that reviewed play in left field. It wasn't whether or not Danny Lee had touched second on her way back to first. As the 2-2 to Watley is grounded foul. She stays alive. Runner at first and second, 2 outs. Liberty trailing 9-2 in the bottom of the 6th. The question was, did Lee ever get to second base? Two inside, and it hit Watley. Check swing, caught her on the knee, and she has just been unfortunately a punching bag in the last couple seasons. Between some arm injuries and freak accidents during warm-ups, and now a couple weekends in a row where she's been hit by a pitch, one in the back, this time in the leg, but she walks it off. She's ready down at first base, and the bases are loaded. For the top of the lineup, Ella Fox, who's 3 for 3 on the day against her former team. We're going to have a visit to the circle for North Carolina. Their pitching coach, Maddie Holub, talk things over. But getting back to that play, so what North Carolina was contending was Ella Fox was on her way to second, saw the ball caught, and it was called a catch by the umpire out in left field, had not made it to second base, retreated to first in time to avoid the double play. But then after the review, their contention was the ball was thrown back to second on that play, and the second baseman was holding the ball on the bag. If Lee never got to second base, that should have been a force out. But the problem was, at that point, the play was dead. It wasn't in live action anymore because the umpire had said it was a catch. The throw was to first. Time had been called as the Flames challenged the play. It was thrown to second. So I think that was the ruling. And the conversation goes back and forth on this as we now are going to have a pitching change for North Carolina. Joe Carmody and I are texting back and forth, mostly him texting me, saying that the contention was Lee never got to second base. She was standing on first. They threw it to second to force her, but it was a dead ball at that point. Then also Dorr ran into the dugout, but she'd been called out. So that's a really finicky situation when there's a challenge in that spot, because it's a catch in the outfield. The umpire calls it a catch. The runners do what they're supposed to do with it called an out. Time is called, there's a review, and it was deemed that the ball hit the ground. And I think the only thing you can do in this spot, if you're going to allow that challenge to occur on that play and be called safe, then you got to put the runners at their respective bases and not take into account that somebody ran into the dugout or that a player didn't make it to second base because she didn't make it to second base because the umpire called an out. So she had to go back to first. So I think in the integrity of the game, it was the right call. It would have certainly been a technicality if it went any other way. As we now have Ella Fox at the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and the new pitcher for North Carolina is Kendall Frost. Frost wears number 97. She replaces Carly Maxton will get you her numbers as soon as they become final. The 0-1 to Fox is a ground ball down to second base. It's bobbled, but then picked up by Jennings, who scoops it over to first in time for the final out. So back-to-back innings, the Flames have been in a good spot to get some runs across, but have not been able to capitalize, leaving runners on. And the lead holds at 9-2 North Carolina. And we'll get you those final numbers on Carly Maxton, as well as tell you a little bit more about the new pitcher as we switch sides. We'll also say a couple of hellos as we go to commercial. Folks watching in and listening to the broadcast on the booth cam on Facebook. Lori is in West Virginia. Sherry's listening in Windsor, Canada. Fun fact about Windsor, it's actually south of Detroit. Tracy says go Flames. She's in Allegheny County in Virginia. Betty Jo's in Appomattox. And Leanne is up in New York, taking in the broadcast. Tony is in Southeast Ohio. Elizabeth also is tuning in, says go Flames. So appreciate everyone who's watching on Facebook or YouTube, or maybe you're listening on the app or the website. We certainly appreciate that as we take time out here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're listening to Liberty Softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Time now to check the Carter Bank box score.
It's not looking good for the Lady Flames. They got a lot of work to do in the seventh inning. First, they got to get through the top of the seventh. They trail North Carolina 9-2. North Carolina 9 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Liberty 2 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Gabby Mike in the circle for Liberty. She just came off of a 1-2-3 inning where she had 3 straight off-speed strikeouts. Facing against Michelle Tarpey, the right fielder now. Actually just off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. The final numbers on Carly Maxton. This pitch is off the plate for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Maxton could return to the game, considering she's a starter, but as of now, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Off-speed strike, 3 balls and 1 strike to Tarpey. So 5 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned on a homer, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Another strike. Caught the outside. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. In the top of the 7th inning. North Carolina at the plate. They lead 9-2. Gabby Mike winds and fires, and it's fouled past the diving Brooke Roberts at first base. In foul territory, though. So we'll try again. Kendall Frost came in relief for North Carolina. Got the final out of that 6th inning. The 3-2. Little nubber. It's going to be squeezed at third base by Macy Strickland for the first out. Reagan Jennings, the hitter for North Carolina. She is 1 for 3 on the day. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Takes her swing. Did she go? They appeal, and they say she did. A lot of theys there. The Flames appealed. That's the first they. The umpire said she swung. That's the second they. 1-1 is off the plate for a ball. And the specific umpire that said that she swung was Kevin Andrews down at third base. Ground ball to first. Roberts has it bounce off of her into foul territory, and we talked about how she had a perfect fielding percentage coming into today. That is going to be an error on Brooke. And I am not going to allow anybody to say broadcaster's jinx, because that was about 4 innings ago that we mentioned that. The 0-1 to Blackwell is taken for a strike. She's also 1 for 3 on the day. Had an RBI double in the 5th, came around to score, grounded out in the 2nd, and reached on an error in the 3rd. She fouls this back and out of play. 0-2 to Blackwell. Now the 0-2 just got a piece of it to stay alive. Fouled back. Another 0-2 inside for a ball. Out into left field. That's going to scoot over the fence and out of the ballpark. And North Carolina machine of offense continues. They've put 11 on the board with Raina Blackwell's 2-run blast. Blackwell with 2 RBIs. Now 3 for the day. Blackwell with her 7th home run of the season. Now 24 RBIs. One out, the base is now empty. With North Carolina leading 11-2 in the top of the 7th. And this is a team that averages over 9 runs a ball game. And they've gotten some pretty good pitching in this game compared to what has been normal for them this season. They've had to win games in a high-scoring way, as the count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the pinch hitter, Lindsey Lumsden. Three balls and 1 strike. Caught the outside for a strike. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mike winds and fires, fouled back to the screen. Give you an example of how this season has gone for North Carolina. 24-9, only 5-7 in the ACC. Of course, they've played some tough conference series so far. This is a ball for a walk. So Lumsden comes in, draws the pass, She'll head down to first base with one out. They played a series against North Carolina earlier in the month. UVA was ranked 16 at the time. In that series, North Carolina won 1 and lost 2. They lost the first game 7-4. Most people would consider that a high-scoring game, but that was nothing compared to what was going to happen the rest of the weekend. So they lost the first game 7-4. They won the second game, 7-4, the first game lost. They won the second game 11-9 in 8 innings. Lost the final game 19-14 in 8 innings. Thompson, the hitter for North Carolina, takes the first pitch for a strike. Horton has returned to the game at first base after Lumsden was pinch hitting and drew the walk. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 1-2. In a different series earlier in the year, actually I shouldn't say a different series, in a 2-game sequence in February, this pitch is a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Tar Heels scored 24 runs against Monmouth, and then in the next game against Bryant scored 20. 44 runs, the most in any 2-game span in program history. To score 14 runs in a softball game and lose, that's another one you don't see very often, as this pitch is inside and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner at first. Here's the pitch. Off speed and off the plate. The runner was on the move, but it didn't matter because it's ball 4. So after a slick 6th inning, where Gabby Mike was able to put him down 1-2-3 all on strikeouts, she's had some struggles here in the 7th. 2 runs already in. And runners at first and second with 1 out. Blackwell's 2-run homer accounts for those 2 RBIs. After a conversation in the circle, we're ready to go again. Lexi Roberts will bat. After the walk drawn by Thompson. First pitch is a strike. Thompson has now reached base 4 out of 5 times in the ball game. We go even, 1 ball and 1 strike to Roberts. Thompson was hit by a pitch and scored in the first, had an RBI base hit in the second. This pitch is fouled back on the bunt attempt from Roberts. So Thompson, again, hit by a pitch, base hit, RBI in the second, grounded out in the third. A home run, 2-run homer in the 5th, as this is now an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Roberts, and then drew a walk here in the 7th. So quite a game for Sana Thompson. Lexi Roberts hits a hard ball right back to the circle, where it's caught by Gabby Mike. She throws over to first base to end the inning. So a hard hit ball, but right back to Mike. And the Flames get out of the 7th with only 2 runs across. But they trail 11-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Flames gonna have to get their bats out. They've got to rally in them to finish up this ball game. We'll be back with the call of that after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcast.
High fly ball, deep center field. Snyder going back. It's out of here.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty softball head coach and proud Flames Club member, Dot Richardson. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in supporting Liberty Athletics' mission to train champions for Christ on and off the field. Your support directly impacts our student athletes and is a valuable part of our team. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
Welcome back into Liberty softball. They're trailing North Carolina 11-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Liberty baseball is also playing today down in North Carolina at NC State. And they currently lead the Wolfpack 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Savannah Jesse at the plate for the Lady Flames. First pitch to her is taken for a ball. Kendall Frost still in the circle. Got a new right fielder for North Carolina. As Jesse takes the ball and gets out ahead 2-0. Brighton Burns is the right fielder now. Called a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now we have a commercial airliner lining up the runway, flying over the top of the stadium as Jesse grounds down to shortstop. An easy play for Horton, who throws over for the first out of this bottom of the 7th. You can hear it flying overhead. It goes back to my original thought earlier in the game. When airliner flies over the stadium, we can't be sure that it's American anymore. Now United is also servicing Lynchburg as Brendan McManus takes a hack at this first pitch and hits it hard out into left center field for a single. Alexia Carrasquillo will hit for Liberty. Runner at first and 1 out. Carrasquillo grounded into an inning-ending double player last time up. Fouls his first pitch back on a check swing. NC State has tied up the game with Liberty 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th, and they've got a runner at third with 1 out. So the Wolfpack are threatening. The 0-1. Taken for a ball. Said some hellos to folks that were listening in on Facebook. We also have some people in the chat on YouTube as well. I'll tell you about that here in just a second. The 1-1. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. E.C. Sauer, I hope I'm saying that right, says hello, says he much prefers radio broadcasts. Well, we appreciate that, EC. 2-1. inside, ball 3. Carrasquillo. Knives fast. I believe I know who that is, but I'm not going to give away his identity. Was asking about the score. Here's the 3-1. Hit hard out into right field. Going back is Burns. It's over her head and out of the ballpark. Alexia Carrasquillo got just enough of that for the 2-run homer, and the Flames have made this an 11-4 ball game. When that came off the bat, I didn't think it had a chance of getting out of the park. Thought maybe it had a chance of getting over the head of Burns. And it did, but it actually got over the wall just barely. Carrasquillo with her 6th home run of the season. And now there's 1 out for Danny Lee. Grounds it to short. Scooped up by Horton, and her throw is over to Luggett in time for 2 outs. The Flames down to their final chance. Macy Strickland steps up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Frost takes a look, gets the signal, now the 0-1, high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Frost came into the game with a 4.13 ERA, 8-3 record. This is her 23rd appearance on the season. 1-1 to Strickland, hit hard, back up the middle, base hit. Flames not going down without a fight. 2 runs already in the 7th. Now a runner at first with 2 outs. And Paige Dorr coming to bat. Gerard also says hi on YouTube. So we appreciate everybody that's tuning in the various ways. Also the Liberty Flames website and the Liberty Flames app. First pitch to Dorr, smoked to right field, at the track, at the wall, and way out of here. Paige Dorr with a moon blast. Liberty cuts into the lead again. 2 more runs on a homer in the 7th. North Carolina, though, still leading 11-6. Flames certainly some positives here at the end of this ball game. And who knows? Crazier things have happened. Brooke Roberts with 2 outs steps up, fouls the first pitch off. Roberts 0 for 2 today. Takes 1 outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two hours and 45 minutes in. Long game. A lot of runs scored. The 1-1 to Roberts. Catches the plate for a strike. 1-2. Flames down to their final strike. They trail 11-6. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The 1-2 missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty, but 4 runs have come across so far for the Flames as they try to rally, get back in this game. They're running out of outs. Matter of fact, they're down to the last one. The 2-2 popped up on the infield. First baseman's going to make the play. Emily Luggett catches the ball just to the side of the bag, and that's going to do it for Liberty. A couple of 2-run homers in the 7th inning, but they come up short against North Carolina by a final of 11-6. We're going to do our best to get an opportunity to talk to Coach Dot Richardson here on the post-game show coming up here in a moment. Right now the teams are high-fiving. There'll be a prayer circle at the end as well that the Flames always invite their opponents into. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, if all goes right, the thoughts of head coach Dot Richardson as Liberty falls to North Carolina 11-6 on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Time now for the Coca-Cola postgame report. Coke, taste the feeling.
Welcome back into Liberty Softball Stadium. The Lady Flames fall to North Carolina 11-6, and we've got head coach Dot Richardson.
Hey, Jamie.
Down on the mic. Coach, I know certainly not the way you wanted the final score to end up, but your team was battling right till the end, and so certainly some positives to take from the ball.
A lot of positives. I think there's only 2 innings maybe that we didn't have runners on base. I love the response to the end, ripping the ball. We are capable of doing that as much as you saw UNC do it. So I just think, we put too many runners on base, whether it's hit batters or walks, but they hit, And we did too, and they just out-hit us. They out-home runned us.
And we talked in pregame about this could be we didn't say home run derby, but we certainly said it
slugfest,
could.
Right?
Slugfest, yeah. And that was the case. What makes this North Carolina team so good? Are they patient? Is that part of it?
Yeah, I think they're patient, but also we're putting the ball too touchable, if you would, too far, middle or middle in, middle out. If you saw what he was giving them, that outside pitch that Bryn didn't even like at all, didn't want to swing at. Skio didn't want to swing at it. Jesser didn't want to swing at it. And with runners on second base, they said it was a ball. But you have to adjust, right? We got to move closer to the plate, got to wait a little bit longer. So I think she was getting that pitch, which helped her a lot. And you just saw what happened. The next pitcher came in, and it was too far over the plate, and we hit home runs with it, right?
Speaking of pitching, Gabby Mike, I know a couple pitches she'd like to have back, but for the most part, that one inning, 3 up, 3 down, some really nice-looking off-speed strikeouts.
Yeah, it really did. We didn't throw it as much to next because we thought people were waiting on it, but it would have been interesting to see how they would respond to it. But she's got a great changeup. I was really impressed because she was throwing the ball hard, too. And we haven't seen that, in a while. So that was really good to see.
Now you get a little bit of rest, and then you get on an airplane in the morning, and you head all the way out to Missouri State, and that's just life in Conference USA. You're going to have some of these long road trips, but with it being a Thursday, Friday, Saturday set this weekend, it kind of speeds things up a little bit on getting ready for CUSA play.
Yes, we actually leave at 9 in the morning, so we're going to be driving to Charlotte. So hopefully the lines in Charlotte Airport are not too long, but we'll get there with a good 3 hours before, hopefully, the flight. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday is for a reason, right? Easter is on Sunday. And I really want everyone to realize that the importance of this week. Tomorrow is Passover, and tomorrow's when it all started. Jesus fulfilled prophecy by coming into the Eastern Gate on Sunday prior to, Passover with Palm Sunday and as prophesied by Daniel to the exact same date. Jesus fulfilled all 300 prophecies of the Messiah, every single one of them. And the biggest thing of all is the curse that Satan was so happy to put on mankind, which is death, that Jesus paid it all on the cross. And as he did, guess what? Because of that, in believing in him, that he died for us, was buried 3 days later, rose from the dead. That's the whole gospel, and he overcame death. So even though we will die for sin, the cost of sin, he paid his blood. So guess what? We are able to be with the Lord forever and ever. So death is just a gateway to eternity. So this is an amazing week. So let's keep that in mind. And when I look at the team, Jamie, I look at the gifts that God has given them on both sides, both teams. And I just pray that all of us as players and coaches realize the sport doesn't define us. Let's not worship it, but instead use the gifts God's given us in the sport to give worship back to him.
I don't think I can add anything to that, Coach. We appreciate your time, and safe travels tomorrow.
Thank you so much. God bless each and everyone listening. And God loves us so much, everybody, so much. Go Flames and go God.
That was head coach Dot Richardson. Not the score the Flames wanted, but some battle at the end. They fall to North Carolina 11-6. And we will take our final timeout and come back to wrap things up here on the broadcast, give you a little bit of a preview of what is ahead for the Lady Flames as well. Actually, let's do that. Let's go ahead and jump. I've got a score from Liberty Baseball. I'm going to throw that one at you before we take this break, actually. Okay, yeah. 5-5. And the Flames had fallen behind 5-4 after 8, but now they've gotten that 5th run back, and they've got the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The top of the 9th. Trying to take the lead back at NC State. And we would not feel the least bit bad if you switch over and catch the end of that game with Nick Pierce on the call, again, on our YouTube channel, on baseball's Facebook page, or on the app or website, libertyflames.com. Feel free to bail on us and listen to the end of the baseball game if you'd like to do that. Otherwise, we'll also give you the final score, assuming we have that, before we head off the air, or at least whatever the score is whenever we head off the air tonight here from softball. Once more, the Flames lose against against North Carolina. That's throwing me off all night. When baseball's playing NC State, the softball team's playing North Carolina. Both have had an interesting time on their campuses as far as their men's basketball programs the last couple of days or weeks. And so it's exciting to get these ACC midweek opponents, but it's the Lady Flames that were playing UNC and the Flames that are playing NC State, and that game is actually still going on in the 9th inning, tied at 5. Here, the Tar Heels get the win 11-6, and we will be back to wrap things up after this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
High fly ball, deep center field. Snyder going back. It's out of here.
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty softball head coach and proud Flames Club member, Dot Richardson. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in supporting Liberty Athletics' mission to train champions for Christ on and off the field. Your support directly impacts our student athletes and is a valuable part of our team. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com.
Welcome back in one last time here at Liberty Softball Stadium. The Lady Flames lose to North Carolina. And we're going to get a look at the final box score. Flames fall 11-6. North Carolina with 11 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Flames with 6 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors in the ball game. Carly Maxton gets the win for UNC. She's now 9-3 on the year, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Couple of runs both earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Kendall Frost came in relief, pitched an inning and a third, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs. No walks, no strikeouts. For the Flames, the loss goes to Camden Anders. She's now 8-3. She pitched 2 innings, 3 hits, 5 earned runs. 5 runs all earned. 2 walks, 1 strikeout for Anders. Danner Allen came in relief, pitched 2 2/3. 5 hits, 4 runs all earned, couple of walks, no strikeouts, and Gabby Mike with 2 1/3 innings pitched, gave up just 1 hit, but 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, a couple of walks and 3 strikeouts. All 3 pitchers gave up 1 home run each, and North Carolina gave up 3 total home runs as well in the ball game. Our Thompson Brooks Insurance player of the game for the Lady Flames, let's say Gabby Mike. She had that 1-2-3 inning, striking out the side on 3 off-speed pitches to, and again only finished up with 1 earned run in 2 1/3 innings against a team in North Carolina that leads the ACC in just about every offensive category, and they put up 9.5 runs a game. They were a little bit above their average today, but of the Flames three pitchers, Gabby Mike certainly was able to hold her own against those bats of the Tar Heels. Liberty will now play this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Missouri State. First game on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. On Friday, 4 p.m. And on Saturday, a noon start in Springfield. Flames will next be at home on the 8th, and I believe the word is that is no longer a doubleheader against Duke. It's going to be a single game. As of right now, it's scheduled for 3. That has the potential of that changing now that it's a single game. As a doubleheader, it was going to start at 3. Still listed as 3, we'll see. But that's the next time you can see the Lady Flames here at Camp Vice Field. They'll host Western Kentucky the following weekend on April 10th, 11th, and 12th. So after this 3-game road swing against Missouri State, then the Flames will have a 6-game homestand, Virginia Tech finishing that up on April 15th. So on Tax Day, the Hokies will play a 6 o'clock single game here at Camp Vice Field. For North Carolina, they have a road trip, but not much of one for them. They go to NC State, so just a few miles up the road, and they'll play the Wolfpack Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well before they head back home for a 4-game homestand starting on April 8th against Queens. Let's see if we've got any other updates from baseball before we shut things down. Liberty now leading that ball game 7-5. So quite a roller coaster in the latter innings. The Flames trailed 2-0 in the 5th, scored 3 in the 6th to take a 3-2 lead. NC State tied it at 3 in the bottom of the 6th. In the top of the 8th, the Flames went back up 5-4. 4-3. And then NC State scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th to go up 5-4. The Flames then answered with 3 in the top of the 9th, and they lead 7-5 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. And actually, there's 2 outs already in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Liberty baseball 1 out away from getting a solid road win in Raleigh. And if we see that go final before we close up shop here, we'll let you know about it. But they're, again, 1 out away. I want to thank Abish Financial for their support of the broadcast. Also, Relevant Law, Coca-Cola, who sponsors our post-game show. The Good Feet Store. All of the stolen bases brought to you by the Good Feet Store. Still no final. I'm trying to hold out for just a moment or two. But again, if you'd like to catch the ending of that ball game as well as post game, you can flip over to our other I don't even know how you word this. Basically, there's 2 broadcasts going on at the same time on the Liberty Flames app, so you just have to probably hit back a couple of times and then click on baseball. If you're on the website, just go to the baseball schedule and you can find the audio broadcast. If you're on YouTube, go to the main page, the little circle that has the Liberty Flames logo, and that'll get you on the main page. Hit live, and it'll show you that there's 2 live broadcasts. Baseball is the other one, and if you're on Facebook listening right now and you want to catch out the end of the baseball game, just search for the Liberty Flames baseball page, and Nick's live broadcast will be there. We still don't have a final. It's a 3-2 count. Cooper Harrington is on the mound for Liberty. Andrew Wiggins at bat for NC State. The Flames up 7-5 in the bottom of the 9th inning. So they're very close to being able to finish this off. And on the live stats, it says the count is 3-3. I'm going to think that might mean that there was a strikeout, but it hasn't registered as that so far. I don't think you can have a 3-3 count. We'll hold that thought for just a moment, and indeed that was the case. Wiggins strikes out swinging, and the Flames get a big win on the road at NC State 7-5. So the baseball was able to get the victory. Here it was not as good a game for the Lady Flames. They fall to a very good UNC squad, 11-6. And with that loss, the Flames fall on the season to 16-18, and North Carolina ups their record to 25-9. Flames get back into conference play this weekend at Missouri State, while North Carolina will be on the road at the aforementioned NC State this weekend as well. Well, it remains for me to thank everybody who made the broadcast possible. For Nick Pierce and Alan York and everybody at the network, as well as the engineering crew that got us ready to go and got Dot's microphone set for us down below. Also want to thank you for listening, whether it was on YouTube, Facebook, the Liberty Flames app, or libertyflames.com. We certainly appreciate your tuning in. And until we talk again, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
Thanks for listening to live coverage of Liberty University softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This broadcast of Liberty softball has been brought to you by Abish Financial Services, the official advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Liberty softball has also been brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo Time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Centra Health, Destination Bedford. By 11 West, Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. By Gentry Lock Attorneys. The Good Feet Store. Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. By Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, preventative maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. The Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Peary Family Dentistry. By Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Network director Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence, with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Assistant Strategic Communications Director Joe Carmody. Liberty Flames Softball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.